Sabi nga nila, the only constant thing in this world is change. Seasons come and go, civilizations transform, and creatures of all kinds adapt and evolve. Yet, somehow, human beings, the most sophisticated and intelligent form, are the ones who fear change the most. Welcome back. Take a seat, chill, and relax. It's another break time with Beanie. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone who supported me in the launching of Break Time with Beanie. From those who gave a like sa Facebook page ko to the ones who shared my podcast, and especially to those who encouraged me to go on. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Right now, if I'll be honest, yung first episode ko, which was Nook Nook Who's There, wasn't really supposed to be the first episode because this topic, the one that I'm going to talk about this episode, is actually supposed to be the first one. Now, I'm not taking away the spotlight of the first episode. I know it's a wonderful episode, it's a great episode, and yung mga feedback nyo to it was tremendous. But the reason why I said this was supposed to be the first one is because this is just so timely in our lives. This is something everybody could relate to. Dahil all of us, at a point during our lives, have been affected by change. The childhood friends you had to let go, the number of houses you called homes, the schools, companies you always adjust to every time, and the current events that affected everyone with no exception. Whether it was a small change like postponing gatherings, tweaking and adjusting yung nakasanayan mong routine, to the less trivial but more significant changes in our lives, like the unexpected passing of someone close to us, or even just yung uncertainty sa pag-aaral mo, sa career path mo, or yung patutunguhan ng buhay mo. Sometimes, it's not just a new page. At times, it ain't just a new chapter, but a whole new book that we have to redo. More often than not, change is not an elegant visitor who will ask for a cup of coffee and sit down quietly while waiting. I don't think that's the case. Sometimes, or maybe even most of the time, change is that over-familiar acquaintance that invites itself to the party, barges in the door, and demands milk tea and merienda while loudly waiting at your own room. As the author of Frankenstein, Mary Shelley, put it, nothing is so painful to the human mind as a great and sudden change. And how true is that right now in our lives? Lockdown is kinda almost over, but we're left with a lifestyle that wasn't forced to us. Pinilit sa atin ng buhay without our consent or even a heads up. I just wish that change would have sent out a group message first or via Gmail informing us that there would be huge adjustments and we would have to prepare for it. Ready our supplies, brief our loved ones, and be mentally prepped. Those things. But instead, change came in like a thief in the night, leaving us not only scratching our heads, but also in shock of how 1 minute everything is the way it was, and the next minute you can barely recognize it anymore. It sucks, right? But during lockdown, I realized a couple of things that really widened my understanding. And for this break time, allow me to give you an additional perspective, something to just keep in mind. Because one thing history books have taught us before is that change grants victory to those who embrace it. And before we can embrace something we don't like, something we despise, something we are not sure we really want, we have to fully understand it first. So, here are a few things I learned during this lockdown about change. Number one, you have to understand that change is not your enemy. It's an agent for the better that brings both good and bad to everyone with no exception. Yes, you have had awful experiences with change and maybe recently pa nga it was more dahil lockdown and everything. I will not invalidate that. Dahil ako mismo sobrang daming change na nangyari this past few months na nagpahirap talaga ng buhay ko. Naka-bad trip no? And I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure marami sa inyo nakaka-relate na ang daming pagbabago nangyari this past few months, weeks, and 2020 was not a good year for you dahil ako rin, sa akin rin, ang daming pagbabago. But you also have to think about this. Change has impacted your life negatively, correct? Okay. But change has also brought good things in your life before and maybe even recently. It's okay if you're the type of person who initially looks at the glass half empty at first. After looking at it that way, don't forget to acknowledge that it's half full as well. For a good amount of seconds, let's recall now, what nice things have you encountered because of change? Kahit hindi ngayong taon, kahit nung 2019, kahit nung 2012 or 2004, maybe because of change, you were able to learn a new skill, discover a hobby. Maybe because of change, you gained more insight or you had more peace. Whether it was not this year, kahit last year or matagal na, search for it in the crevices of your mind. And let's remember. Let me share you a story. Nung nag-start ang lockdown nung March, it was, of course, alarming for sure. Pero who would have imagined yung mga pagbabago, yung mga mangyayari nung lumago na yung COVID and tumindi na yung lockdown? Maraming nawala ng trabaho. And even yung mga nag-freelance like me got really affected as well. Siyempre, all events, birthdays, or weddings, concerts, or conferences are put to a screeching halt, compliance and everything, which is good. But that means my hosting gigs and motivational speaking duties are put to a stop as well, along with the earnings that I gained while doing it, which is not good. Dahil for years, this is something that I've trained myself to do and something I'm kinda good at. Even nung student pa lang ako, somehow this was my bread and butter na. But above all, ito kasi yung passion ko. I just love speaking or preaching, hosting, doing voiceovers. It's something I do for free on so many occasions because this was not only my skill, hobby ko rin to, purpose ko rin. This was my ministry. And not being able to do it dahil sa lockdown really gave me a hard time. Hindi naman dahil wala na akong kinikita sa mga gigs na to, thank God for our family business. Pero yung not being able to do something that you've been doing for a decade, syempre it's a huge adjustment talaga. And for the first couple of months, I looked at it that way only. Na kung saan pa ako magaling, iyon pa hindi ko magawa. And who knows for how long, di ba? Tas wala ka pang kita. What I missed about it the most is not the, of course, not the cash, not the glory or fame kung meron man. Di naman ako ganun ka sobrang galing. Pero siguro yung pag-entertain or pag-encourage or yung both, pag-entertain and pag-encourage ko sa mga nakikinig sa akin in a way that's excellent and sincere. How the ECQ, how the lockdown, how this pandemic has really robbed me of that. And syempre, bad trip talaga. Dahil mukhang 2021 pa ako makagigs ulit. Baka nga later on na sa mid-2021 na eh. So, those are the things that I dwelled on for months. Bad trip ko, inis ako. Mukhang unsure pa yung career path ko sa pag-freelance na to. Walang kasiguraduhan, ano bang mangyayari. Bakit ganito, bakit ganyan. Dapat mas inigihan ko before. Those things. And I'm not wrong when I say that. Because I'm just stating the facts. But while people around me were embracing change, nagtatayo ng business, online na yung mga gigs, yung mga conferences, and yung mga iba nga, di ba, nagbebenta pa ng mga damit online, nagbe-bake, those things. I guess I got too comfortable with where I am and didn't even consider na maybe there is some form of change na I can do as well. That isn't until nung June nung na-realize ko that this change did not shoot me down. It just redirected me to consider changing platforms instead of being hard-headed on my ways. And that eureka moment had hit me as clear as day. I can still use my skill in speaking, pero yun nga lang on a whole different platform, a digital one. An uncharted territory, to be honest, for me. But hey, I'd get to entertain encourage others while continuing to improve my communication skills. Win-win. And that was the moment that I said to myself out loud, magpa-podcast ako. I see people doing online businesses. Yung iba nagsasalita online, nag-Twitch, nag-YouTube, gumagawa ng vlogs. Really inspiring stuff. Yung mga friends ko noon na hindi mo inaakala that they'd be so brave to do those things are doing it now. So sabi ko, ako rin. I'll just bring, my skill, my passion, more importantly, on a different platform. Kahit mahirap, nakakapanibago, because public speaking and podcasting may seem similar, pero sobrang layo pala nila. And kahit walang assurance kung saan darating itong podcast na to, sabi ko, I will still do it. Magpa-podcast pa rin ako. So, yeah, keep on acknowledging the negative things. Okay, totoo yan. It's real. Pero don't stop there. Because I know that there are so many positive things that you can look into it as well. It's gonna be hard at first, especially if you're a very pessimistic person. Pero it's possible. Second thing I learned as well during this lockdown is that change doesn't have to be a 180-degree turn. Most of the time, it's a 0.5-degree turn that takes weeks, months, or even seasons pa nga. If you're able to make a drastic change immediately and stay afloat, then that's good for you. Pero really, when we try to go for that, yung 180-degree turn agad, we end up hurting ourselves, failing. Because change isn't supposed to be an overnight transformation. It's a series of montage, a collection of tiny, seemingly insignificant footsteps that actually lead us to the place where we want to go. I remember yung kinikwento ng prof ko dati about how when we take a bath daw, hindi dapat agad binubuhos yung malamig na tubig sa ulo natin. Dapat daw sa paa muna, then paakyat ng buong katawan. Yung reasoning niya dito, sabi niya sa amin, kapag kayo pumunta kayo sa beach or sa pool and sobrang lamig ng tubig, di ba hindi naman kayo agad getalon una-ulo dun sa malamig na tubig na yon? Pinababad niyo muna yung paa niyo, nagtatampisaw, then yung half body mo, until hanggang balikat ka na nakababad sa malamig na tubig. And kapag nag-adjust na yung katawan mo, dive na. And it's better that way daw to avoid chills, dizziness, and sudden shocks on your body, especially if you have a pre-existing condition. I saw that as a tip for health, though I really never did a thorough research about it. Kasi nung first time ko narinig yun, and it was so long ago, nung narinig ko sa kanya, I immediately thought that it was, personally for me, a metaphor about life, of how big sudden changes can actually do more harm than good, and that baby steps are better. And as it was mentioned in Divergent Allegiant, change, like healing, takes time. Thirdly, and I think this is a very important one, to create an environment that helps you keep going on that transition. Change is always avoided not because of its result, but because of the process. The things you are going to face while going from point A to point B, it's going to be so exhausting on most days. That's why you need to determine and create an environment where the people inside that environment are going to lift you up. You can be skilled, fortunate, or wealthy, but transition tramples on those easily. What you need is a system of people you can come home when you're weary from going through the transition. Because change is hard. But honestly, sometimes the group of people around you make it harder to change. Kaya, i-share mo tong podcast na to sa kaibigan mong naging healthy support system mo while you're going through this process, this transition. O, diba, nakalibre exposure pa ako sa podcast. But seriously, one thing that I appreciate during this lockdown is the people who helped me establish this changing of platform, aka podcast. If it would have just been me, I'd quit because of my overthinking habit, because I don't believe in myself. Pero these people have actively been helping me from time to time. Minsan yung iba kong friends, mangangamusta, kung bakit hindi ko pa daw naumpisan yung podcast ko kasi inaabangan daw nila. Yung mga casual just innocent questions. May mga iba na sinesharean ko ng idea ko, ng bigat ng loob ko at times, ang mga nasa isip ko about this podcast. And they'd understand me, but also encourage me to keep going. Because they would say, huy, nag-overthink ka na naman, acknowledge, valid, okay, pero ito ka, and this is what you can do, and you just do it. For an overthinker, it really, really helps to have a group of people na i-validate yung mga nasa isip mo, pero at the same time present you with what's more real, something that you can consider. And of course, there are those who help me on the technical aspects too. So without that support system, I probably would have given up on embracing this change. So determine who's who and stick close to them. Be open to them. And last thing I realized about embracing change during this pandemic is that embracing change is about open-mindedness. Open-minded ka ba? Man cannot discover new oceans unless he has the courage to lose sight of the shore. And you have to be open to this idea, to embrace change with open arms while everybody else is running away from it. Do things that you are not accustomed to, or to think actively, differently. Because in order to find the hidden pearls and sunken treasures the vast ocean really has, you have to take the plunge first. Fine, magtampisaw ka muna. Pero later on, dive deep. According to Arnold Bennett, any change, even a change for the better, is always accompanied by drawbacks and discomforts. To end, let me share to you an interesting story I found recently. Kintsugi. It is a Japanese word, and it is the art of repairing broken pottery by mending the areas na broken, sira. It is to repair a crack in the ceramic with gold. So we got broken in some way because of this pandemic. Some of us lost our career, opportunities drifted away, businesses closed. Relationships, whether it be romantic or friendships or sa family, it got tested as well. Mentally, I know many of us got affected too. In various ways, we all got cracked, bruised, broken, damaged, pressed hard. But like how a ceramic can be repaired, this time with gold, so can us be. The damages inflicted upon us can actually serve a purpose, not to restore us, but to make us better than we could possibly imagine, to be looked upon by others as a source of inspiration and hope. Being able to say, it's gonna be hard, but I'm going to embrace it anyway. So again, with arms open wide, let's embrace change. Thank you so much for, again, listening to my podcast. This is the second episode of Break Time with Beanie. Ayan, so the first episode and episode 0, the teaser, sobrang ganda ng mga feedback niyo. I learned a lot. Hindi lang mga papuri lang na sugar-coated, but you also had a lot of things that you told me to improve upon, which is great. And don't stop doing that. Keep on liking my page, guys. Sharing this podcast, it really means a lot. Kung na-inspire ka, why not share it? Gawin mong story or my day mo, or how somehow this podcast or this episode or the episodes to come has really, really, really helped you. That's what this Break Time Beanie is all about. So, I don't know what else I'm gonna say. Ba't pa ako gumawa ng outro? Ewan ko i-edit ka to mamaya. But, ayun, give my page a like. It's called Break Time with Beanie. Follow me on Spotify. And hey, we're also on iTunes. And we are also on 6 different other platforms, including Anchor. So, this has been another Break Time with Beanie.